Yo, what's going on guys, Khraze here, welcome back to Ghost of Tsushima, and today we finally have some brand new informations on Ghost of Tsushima Legends or Update 1.1, which by the way is going to drop really soon. It's going to be dropping next week on Friday, October 16. It's called 1.1 and there's a lot of information that we finally have thanks to a brand new PlayStation vlog. So let's dig in, and as always, if you enjoyed this video at any point, don't forget to leave a thumbs up on it. But let's get started with the details. Of course, version 1.1 is going to be absolutely free for everybody who already owns a copy of Ghost of Tsushima. Now this update will bring, of course, the Legends update, that is that brand new co-op multiplayer mode inspired by Japanese mythology, but the best thing about it is the fact that it brings a new update that includes new Game Plus mode. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of you guys have been asking for this game mode? Because I'm pretty sure that there's at least like 99% of you that already did that. But this isn't where it all ends, even for the single player campaign, because check this out, we finally get custom gear loadouts. We have a first look at that. It looks absolutely amazing. It basically organizes your gear, including of course the armor and the charms that you're using, and you can save that as a full-blown loadout. You can go in and play as a samurai, as a ghost, save that as a loadout, or maybe with one of my range builds, and you can go ahead and have all of that easily switchable at any point in the game. There's also some other additions in the game that you're definitely going to want to go in and explore, which is going to give you a new reason to go in and play the game. So there's a mysterious new merchant that's going to add some brand new dice that you will want to purchase for the game. We also have a look at some of these, including this first shot of the Tadayori armor with likely one of the best die combinations I've seen so far in the game. There's also the Gosaku's armor with a brand new one that kind of looks like a mix of the previous ones, and I believe I also saw like the ghost armor with a different one, and there's a bunch of others in there that I really like. Now on top of this, there's also some new items, mostly in the form of these new charms. We have one over here that actually sounds really interesting, called the Charm of Heavenly Rebuke. So on performing Heavenly Strike, there is a chance for lightning to strike a nearby enemy. How freaking cool is that? This is basically like the cinematic where you gain the Heavenly Strike attack, where lightning actually strikes your opponent just as you're about to finish him. So this sounds amazing, dude, and I cannot wait to actually make a build just around like lightning strikes. Zeus build incoming, baby. So if you enjoy that and you want to see that, make sure you leave a like on this video. There's like a Charm of Incineration that makes your way of the flame to inflict additional damage, and heavy attacks spread fire to nearby enemies too, and we can also see them in a couple of shots over here that are actually really interesting. But of course, the biggest piece right here is going to be that Legends update, the 4-player co-op. There's actually a couple of modes over here that you're going to be able to pick. So there's a 4-player survival mission that you can go ahead and play with 3 other players. You're going to be the 4th one. There's also 2-player story missions, and finally there's also a post-launch raid according to these ones right here. But in order to do that, let's actually take a look at the classes first, because these look really interesting. So you already know about the samurai, the assassin, and of course the other 2 over there that are also part of the campaign. You're going to be able to play with them, and they will have different types of abilities, skills, armors, and things you want to collect. So let's take a look at the samurai class right here. It has a class ability called Spiritual Pull that we don't really know what it actually does, and its gear is made out of a stone katana, which is a rare item, a half bow, another rare item, a samurai charm of epic quality, and another couple of rare items with the dirt throw and the healing guard. Now also on the subject of classes, we also have a few descriptions right here for each of them that kind of lets us know what their purpose is going to be in combat. So for example, for the samurai players, you can run straight towards combat and stay there, sustaining your health with chopping enemies down left and right. When you're overwhelmed, use your Hachiman's Fury ultimate attack to slash through enemies in a flurry of strikes, which kind of sounds a bit like the Heavenly Strike attack. For the hunter class, you can stand on the edge of combat and snipe enemies before they even see you. You can also use explosive arrows to slow down groups, and then when the combat that gets really fierce, the Eye of Uchitsune ultimate attack, which will unleash multiple arrows straight at your enemies' heads, which sounds really interesting. This is not a mechanic that currently exists in the game. Now, for the Ronin class is what actually sounds interesting, because it seems that this is going to be a party-wide healer or reviver, so Ronin players can revive their entire team with the Breath of Izanami ultimate ability. You might play Ronin because you want to help your human friends, or you might do it because the Ronin class is also able to summon a spirit dog, and yes, you can absolutely pet your spirit dog. So this is basically this shot right here in the trailer that looks just amazing. So the fact that you both have these spirit dogs and you can pet them is amazing, and they're also useful in combat. And of course we have the final assassin. If you prefer doing massive damage with a single attack, you will love Assassin. The Shadow Strike ultimate attack will allow you to teleport across the battlefield and directly strike your enemies. If that is not intimidating enough, wait until you see the terrifying masks the assassin gets to wear, and of course we already saw some of those. But let me know down below which of these classes you are going to play first, because from the looks of it, I am definitely going to be maining an assassin when the Legends update comes into play. What is really awesome though is that the appearance tab is just insane, especially the class items and the masks right here. As we correctly predicted in the first ever video reveal, yes, we are going to be able to use many of the demon masks that made their way into the game. We can see this one right here with the white Kitsune that unlocks by default, but as you play through the co-op and level up these classes, you're going to unlock additional cooler looking masks that are just insane. So for example, we have this white Oni mask right here that looks really interesting, and you get to unlock this at about rank assassin 15, and there's like many more that might require a challenge or reaching a different level. And of course you get for the body and the sword kit too, like there's a lot of unlockables that are really awesome. If you think that's all, you might be mistaken, because there's even ones that kind of have this cinder or fire effect onto them, like the smoldering cinders right here that can come in different types of colors, including regular fire, but also like purple, that I'm probably gonna definitely go ahead and play with. Nonetheless, to get access to the Ghost of Tsushima Legends lobby, since there's going to be a lobby, we will have to talk with this brand new character that was teased a while ago, which is called Gyozen the Storyteller, and we've talked about this in some of the previous leaks, so to speak. He's basically a new NPC. When we talk to him, he's going to give us access to that lobby over there, for which, yes, you will need an internet connection. Once you are in that lobby, you can do a number of new objectives and new kinds of content. This includes new story missions for the Legends update. You can go through Gyozen's stories about what's really happening in Tsushima. When you unlock higher difficulties, you'll face new encounters, tougher enemies, bonus objectives, and greater rewards. From that point on, you can also do survival missions, which are more designed towards a full party of 4. In the survival mode, you can team up with other teammates to fight off waves of enemies while defending different locations in Tsushima. You and your team can activate blessings to help yourselves, like ignite enemies or summon Spirit Bear. The longer you survive and the more bonus objectives you complete, the more rewards you will earn. And this finally brings us to the raid I was talking about, and this is going to be like the biggest piece in the Legends update. So you'll need all of your skills, top tier gear, and a great 4-player team to be able to survive in Leo's realm. The raid is an epic 3-part adventure that will require excellent teamwork and communication to overcome. It will be released in the weeks following the launch of Ghost of Tsushima Legends, so this means that it's not going to drop with the Legends update, but it is going to follow sometimes after that. And there's a bunch of other features in the new update that look really interesting. Of course, we did talk about that new Game Plus feature that is going to be in the game too. So if you already defeated the game, if you already beat the campaign, you can go in and redo it once again. And once you start New Game Plus, you will basically go after the initial confrontation with the con and whatnot, but you will keep all of your techniques, your gear, your vanity items that you have already obtained in the previous playthrough, though the difficulty will be increased to provide a new challenge. But yeah, it looks like this is going to be an amazing update. It is way bigger than I initially anticipated, and it adds so much both to the base game, to the main story and the single player component, and it also adds this co-op co-op mode you can always jump into and have some fun. Again, let me know down below what is your opinion on all of this. Also, I'm going to be covering a ton of this when it comes out, so make sure you stick around for that. And in order to do that, no better way than leaving a like on this video and subscribing to the channel, as well as activating that notification bells. In the meantime, thanks so much for watching, and peace.